Greetings, one and all. How's everyone doing? Welcome to another Cast Iron Wednesday, Cast Iron Wednesday. Even though it's actually Tuesday, and the lemon chicken video goes up at midnight tonight for tomorrow. I'm a week in advance. That's fine. Anyway, I'm going to be making, as the title says, I'm making breakfast burritos simply because they sounded good. So let's get started. Okay, before I get too rolling too quickly, I want to point out I have a small kitchen. So this is my other tripod. I can literally touch the sink and the counter at the same time. I mean, I only have just a little bit of space to work with. And when I'm filming, I've got the tripod right here. Let's see if you can see that. So I'm literally trying to work around the tripod. This is my this is actually my first tripod. The one that's the camera is sitting on, I actually bought myself a Manfrotto carbon fiber tripod that's a lot lighter. But when I'm working, I'm usually trying to navigate around the tripod. So if you're wondering why I sometimes step in front of the camera, well, because the tripod is here and the legs stretch out. So just wanted to share that real quick. Damn tripod, the camera's crooked again. All right, so I am I'm making homemade home fries for this. Wow, I'm a skin-on kind of guy, so I like to cook my potatoes skin on. What I do, they're Yukon Golds. They hold their shape better when they're cooked versus like a russet that will fall apart. And I actually keep a separate sponge specifically for cleaning potatoes. One that hasn't been tainted by soap. So, alright. So what I've got is got a pot of water on. I just trim off the ends. I try to cut off any like blemishes or damage to the potato. I just chop it off with a knife. I like to parboil mine before they go in the, instead of just throwing them in the pan raw. Of course, I did throw them in the pan raw when I was out at the park, but so try to cut them uniform so they all boil the same. You can also steam them. I just boil them. So get those going. You can also put a lid on, it boils faster. So I grabbed some pepper bacon at the store today. It was on sale. Let's see. I'm going to go by a slice, but it's pretty thick. That should be fine. And all I'm going to do is cut this raw. Now I'm actually just prepping this in advance because potatoes haven't even come up to a boil yet. Should have put a paper towel underneath the cutting board to keep it from sliding around, but it's alright. I'm already done now. Alright. There's a reason I'm doing the bacon this way, and I'll share that with you as we go. I got some sausage as well. These were 2 for $4. I got 1, so $2. Nice, cheap sausage. Alright, so I got my potatoes boiling, and I've got the pan turned on to cook this. Just get in here and just give them a stir every now and then, so for even cooking. Got my cast iron skillet ready to go with some unsalted butter and some olive oil together. So when the potatoes are done, I'll cook them in here. Alright, bacon's cooking up nicely. I just take a spoon and stir it for even cooking. Now you might be wondering, well, why didn't you just cook the strips in a pan and then just cut them up afterwards? Or why didn't you throw them in the oven and just bake them up? And the truth is, I don't really have a reason. I just did it this way one day and liked it, so I kept doing it. Maybe it's not the most, maybe there are better methods, but I just stick with what works. Potatoes, once these are fork tender, or just before fork tender, I will pull them out. Oh, they're good. They're good to go, I think. I'll give them another minute just to make sure, but I think they're pretty much good to. Actually, they're close enough for me to turn on the cast iron skillet. Oh man, you can only smell this bacon. Oh man, it looks so good. The ones with a hot grease, I just want to stick my face right in there. Of course, that would be, pretty severe burns. I know from experience. Let's get these guys drained. Try to get most of the water out. Bacon looks done, so I'm gonna pour that out. Throw my sausage in. There we go. The cast iron skillet looks good to go. Get these potatoes in there. Sweet. I poured a little too much of my grease out. A couple drops. Alright. Then pretty much seasoning. Got some salt. Might have been a little too much salt. I got some Mrs. Dash. Pretty much the same seasonings I use for everything else. Garlic. Maybe a little sloppy mama on there too. Why not? And I think that's it. That's it for seasonings, I think. Alright. Sweet. Alright, I got my sausage cooking. Yes, I temperature gauge the sausage as well. You know, it's one of those foods that, oops, yeah, a little dark. Pan was up a little too high. It's one of those foods that, I don't want to get sick, so I make sure that they're The temperature gauge is actually going down. Oh, it stopped at 56, 57. That one's done. If you're wondering, this is a metal strainer with a metal bowl to catch all the grease. Yeah, it's done. There we go. And then I got my eggs. I'm going to go ahead and just... I might be jumping the gun with the eggs a little bit, but... Sorry, the camera's in the way. I got my eggs. I don't scramble, I don't put salt in the eggs. Plus I got too much in the potato anyway, but I will put some black pepper. I'm a real big fan of black pepper. Cool, that's ready to go. Waiting for the butter to melt. I haven't even touched those potatoes at all. They've just been frying on one side. Basically this whole time. It's, you know, I'll stir the chicken a little often, but maybe a little too often. But you know, potatoes you want to leave down so that they get some color on them. All right, eggs are going in. Oh, and there's the smoke detector. Man, my temperature gauge is pretty touchy. I'm warming this back pan here because I'm going to throw the tortilla shells in there and warm them up. I got these Extreme Wellness high fiber tortilla shells. Fiber is always good. It's nature's broom. I think I'll give these potatoes a stir now. Oh yeah, they definitely got some color on them. Holy crap. Okay, turn those down. They're alright. They're not too bad. I probably left them down a little too long. I should have turned one and checked it. Yikes. Okay. Well, live and learn. Nothing fancy, just scrambled eggs. Which are probably almost done. I'm going to go ahead and just kill the heat on these. Alright. Eggs are done. Turn that off. Let's warm it up. Alright, so with the sausage, all I'm going to do is pretty simple. There we go. Tortilla shell. I'm really just waiting on this other one now. Got my cheese. gonna go ahead and call it good enough. One sausage patty. Bacon. Might have to eat potatoes on the side. I don't think I have enough room to roll these up. Cheddar cheese. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. And recording good. Got some salsa here. I've got one whole avocado. If it's too brown, I'll just chuck it. I mean, thankfully it was on sale. Well, it's got a few little spots, but nothing too terrible. I'll just use the spoon and fish it out of there. Pop the core out. Use my spoon. Love avocado. So great with bacon and Alright. Man, these are pretty loaded. Tortilla shells weren't as big as like regular tortilla shells. Let's see if I can even roll this. Daggum. I have to just eat it like a big taco. Well, might be what I have to do. Alright. Damn. Couldn't even get the potatoes in here. We got something. Texas Pete roasted garlic. I found a meat market and they had just all kinds of sauces. Like, I want to go back and see if it'll let me film a little bit, because they had, not only did they have Texas Pete, but they had like, I think they had damn near everything. I mean, they had like rows and rows of sauce. I've actually never had the garlic before, so go ahead and slather that on there. Man, these things are loaded. Alright. Man, these things are a mess. But there you go. We go to Buffalo's Tacos. Oh, They look a mess, but they taste good. Hash browns might be pretty hot. Not too brown at all. I mean, they're a little. I mean, they're brown, but they're not burnt. Tell you what, those are good though. I made these home fries a number of times with a number of different things. You know, chicken. Made them up with a steak. Hot. Well. Well, clean plate. I got to admit, it looked a bit of a mess, but, you know, it tasted good. So, you know, the meals don't always come out the way you think, but, you know, it just happens. It's, you know, I ate both the tacos, burrito things, whatever. Good. Potatoes came out. Kind of wish I'd only made one now, but, you know, it is what it is. Because I got full. That's why. It was so good. So, clean plate. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a good one.